good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night live in Boomer Vision. Happy Thursday. And as you can see from the title, we've got a lot to talk about. So strap in. I'm playing the intro. See you in a minute. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, PDawg Night. Stop the music. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, me, Marty, a.k.a. PDawg. Oh my gosh, what the heck's going on? PDawg Night on the internet. It's April 8th, 2020. It's Thursday. And as you know, every Thursday, FTG Thursday, and we've got plenty of them today. Holy smokes. It's a lot easier when there's a lot of dumb people out there, or maybe they're just pretending to be done. I don't know. But a couple quick thank yous. Good, thank you, Chi-Town Jay, Maddie, Jay Wolf, who've all been tweeting out the show this morning. Some of you did retweeted mine, and a couple of you made your own. Do I have my days mixed up? Is it Wednesday? That's okay. I do have my days mixed up, but it all runs together when you're in the Corona apocalypse. But I'm going to do it anyway. So there. Now you just threw me off. Is it Wednesday? Holy shit. You know, I'm going to change it in the description here too. Let's see. I'm looking through here. The most, okay, a special edition of FTD Wednesday. Holy smokes. Yeah, it is Wednesday. Okay, well, whatever. I got excited because I had all these FTGs. Anyway, how's everyone doing this morning? People are rolling kind of slow today, and I put this up early so that the notifications would go out. And who knows? I see that you. I read Maddie's tweet. He thinks old PDawg may have his days mixed up, but come on in and support him anyway. LOL, support your small streamers, Morning Night Live. So thank you, Maddie. And I see Arthur for president retweeted that. What's that?
You messed me up. I thought, oh shit.
And Lady Boomer said the same thing, that I messed her up thinking she was late, and I'm not. Okay. Anyway, let's just say good morning to the chat. And now here's one. Zero the Hero put a comment on this last night, but Zero the Hero was here first too, so you get the bell. Thanks for being here. Also, good morning, Tyler F, J Wolf, Gunfox, Chi-Town J, Maddie, the Dead Kaiser, and Zombie Teddy, and that's it for now. Late as normal. What are you talking about? I'm way early. I'm a whole day early for FTG Thursday. Well, we're going to FTG him today anyway, and then tomorrow we'll do something else. So anyway, and then we got, and thank you, Tech Force Prime. Wow, we watch PDawg to build up capital for when we need a lawyer. Yes, my other nickname, Lawyer Dog, is, I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on the internet. Also, good morning, Midnight in Exile, Advocatus Diaboli, and TC Ball. Everyone's rolling in slowly. And we're just going to get going. So one of the reasons I got excited for FTG Thursday is because I have so many, do I want to call them idiots? I kind of do. Just some of the stuff that people have been doing on the internet, particularly some of the CNN anchors. And it's like, are you people stupid? Oh, wait, you are. You are absolutely stupid. So here's, and some of you saw this on Saturday because some of you were here. But Jake Tapper goes on this diatribe called, Mr. President, what is the plan? And we're going to go through that one again, even though it's, well, it's a few minutes long, but whatever. We're gonna go check this out. So let me put this on the screen here. Mr. President. Hello, Jack Fernstrom, by the way. Good morning. Jake Tapper directly addresses this. Now, they tweeted this out. Jake Tapper directly addresses President Trump. Quote, "The American people need someone to explain what is going to be done to get us out of this. It's a moment that requires leadership. It requires honest information. It requires empathy, and it requires a plan. Do you have one?" Hello, Ken Al. Yes, this is Jake Tapper on the network that seemingly doesn't want to show the daily press briefings from the president, or they interrupt them a lot. Let's put it that way. And the reporters that they send to them like to ask, well, I don't know if they're completely unfair questions, but they're just so accusatory. And so it's pretty embarrassing. So anyway, here's Jake Tapper, who inspired today's early FTG day.
I would like to speak directly to one person known to watch this show, or at least clips of the show, President Trump.
Unlikely. And in fact, with a lot of the airports closed down, I bet your Nielsen ratings are even lower, because that's the only place people watch CNN, in the airport. Anyway,
Mr. President, I know you.
No, oh, yes, you do. Is that a little what's that called when you clout brag? You know. Anyway. Oh, great face, Jake. Great face.
Like millions of Americans are.
He didn't say I know you. He says I know you like millions of Americans. Okay. I'm gonna play that again.
Millions of Americans are eager to have the nation go back to some semblance of normal.
Yes, we are.
One of the questions the American people need answered for that to happen responsibly.
What is that question, Jake?
What's the plan?
Oh, what is the plan? I think you know at least some of the plan, because there are daily press briefings and they tell you the plan every day and they answer questions. I don't know that I've seen a president answer more questions in a 2-week period than ever in my lifetime. I just haven't. Quick good morning to Green Badger Outdoors and Maniac Man. Hello. Okay, so what's the plan? I've kind of been telling you. I thought, now look, I am just a lowly fake lawyer on the internet. But seems like the plan has been, one, do the social distancing thing, and they are recommending through the end of April, which they changed from they were hoping to do it by next Sunday, Easter Sunday, but because of his advisors advising and giving him advice, they chose, as a committee of people who were brought together specifically for this information, to extend that through the end of the month. And some places where the danger is greater, allowing governors some flexibility to have what they call stay-at-home orders for non-essential travel and business. How could you have missed this plan, Jake? I see you're in your studio at CNN, which makes me wonder, are you following the plan? See, the plan is we're going to see what happens by the end of April and then make more decisions. The plan is they've been furiously ramping up production of certain things that we could need. The plan is we've tried to make tests and have people tested for the virus, and if they get sick, they go in the hospital, and when they get well, they come out of the hospital, which has been happening a lot in New York City. But what do? It's a virus. But Jake, I think you know the plan. I think you're asking this. You're not talking to the president. you're playing to your audience. Because as an arm of the Democratic establishment, part of your job at CNN right now is to speak truth to power. Right, Jake? Is that what you're doing here? Are you showing how much virtue you have by speaking truth to power? Good morning, Mitch the Ripper. How you doing? And D.I. Freighter. Hey, what's happening?
Is there a plan?
Is there a plan? What do you? Oh, that's right. Because CNN's stopping, not necessarily showing the daily briefings. They asked. Oh my God, Jake, give me a headache, dude.
Testing of every American so as to isolate the virus.
Testing every American? Probably not, Jake. Probably not. I think you already know the answer. Why you test every American, all 330 million people in the country, or however many more when you take in all the illegal aliens that live here that we don't know how many are actually here. All 330 million people. 330 million people. I don't know. Hi, Lindsay. Good morning. All right, let's see. I'm only gonna go through half of this because most of you've probably seen it already.
The way other countries have done.
The way other countries have done. Name the country. The way that other countries have done. What the hell do you think we've been doing over the last 2 weeks, Jake? How do you think that we've done? I'm guessing by now it's got to be at least 2 million tests. How? What are you talking about? No country has tested everyone in their country. The guy I was talking about yesterday in Germany, they've done 350,000 tests. There's 60 million people in Germany. What are you talking about? France just hit one of those grim milestones you guys like to talk about. They've had 10,000 deaths in France. Over 10,000 dead in Italy. 13,000 dead in Iran. 203 countries where this is running rampant. What countries are you talking about, Jake? Now, Germany did a lot of testing early, and they maybe were lucky to get it in the bud, or maybe not as many people from that area of China traveled to Germany when there's only 130,000 Chinese nationals in Germany versus 2.5 million here. And again, I'm going to repeat this over and over and over for anyone who happens to want to look at that, me say that, and say, oh, you're blaming it on the Chinese people. No. This affects more than the Chinese people. It just, the probability of people traveling back and forth from China increases based on the number of people you have in your country from China. It's not the Chinese people's fault. It's the Chinese government's fault for covering this up for a month before they finally told the World Health Organization. And then talking bullshit about their numbers, not giving accurate information. So a lot of us, get caught blindsided by something that supposedly isn't transmitted by human-to-human contact. Oh, wait. They figured out in Vietnam that human-to-human contact might spread this. Oh, then China finally admits it in the end of January. But keep it up, Jake. What else you got?
When will there be enough tests for that to happen?
Jake, name the country that's testing the entire country. Name the country, Jake. There isn't one. But we've certainly ramped up our tests. And maybe because of the fact that we've actually tested more people than any other country in the world, we've found more people with the virus than any country in the world. What are the odds of that? You test 2, 3, 4, 5 times more people, You find more people with the virus. Shocker.
How will they be administered? Who will pay for the tests? And
Oh, Jake, that question was answered. That question was answered. I'm just a guy sitting in my dining room with a webcam and a cool whatever looking microphone here. It's not that cool, and I know the answer. How do you not know the answer, Jake? Now, since some of you have already seen this, I am going to just put the rest of this in the chat. But when we did this before, and since I'm doing a little bit of early FTG Wednesday this week. Hump Day! FTG Wednesday. Can we have an FTG for Jake Tapper? And with a sincere, fuck that guy. Actually, I'll give him the Mark Dice term. Jake Tapeworm. FTG, Jake Tapeworm. But wait, there's more. Anyway, let's see. Has anyone else dropped in the chat? I see we got about 22 people here. So good morning, everyone who is watching in the background. I'm glad you're here. Let's do the quick. Oh, by the way, I do have my. What am I doing here? I need a producer. Hey, I do have my cup of reparations coffee in the University of St. Thomas coffee cup, where my son went to school and graduated with honors, and now he's off on his own, probably making more money than Dad. Anyway, by the way, the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please make sure that you share the stream out. That's the biggest thing we need right now, trying to grow to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to get there soon. I want to do it hopefully by July, but I might have to do some things to make that happen. So we'll see I'll stay tuned for a couple things that I'm going to be doing to try to help that. Also, if you would like what we do on the show, make sure you hit the thumbs up, which is down there somewhere. I got to look at the screen. More like down there. Hit the thumbs up. If DuckDog, if you're here, you can hit the thumbs down. And also, if you'd like to help support the show financially, you can do that through the Streamlabs link we do super chats through Streamlabs, which is in the description down below. Or you can just look at that PDawgnight.live that's right below me there. You can go there. And make sure you follow me on Twitter, Minds and Gab, at PDawgnight. All right. All right, let's just keep this theme going with the FTGs. I've got bookmarks galore. Just bookmarks galore. And one of them, speaking of CNN anchors, we also have Chris Cuomo. Now, wait, what? You should want your kids to make more money than I'm happy that he's making more money than me. I know he's not moving back in. No, he's doing really great. And my daughter's doing well too. She works for Delta Airlines. And fortunately, you would think that people at Delta Airlines would be having a rough time right now, and a lot of them are. But she's in the resolutions department. She take customer service, and the idea of having to route people around and change flights. So she is busy as hell. So good for her. She's still working. Hey, good morning, MC.
Hammer time.
And by the way, I should probably throw the music on. Today we're going reggae. I don't know what I usually do on Wednesdays, but reggae is going to be it today. Or reggae-esque. Yeah, that works. I can't really tell how excuse me, I can't really tell how loud it is though. Let me know if the sound level is okay. I keep turning it down. Hopefully it works. All right, but I do need to turn it down on my headphones because I don't need to hear it that loud. I didn't realize how high I had my headphones up. I must have been listening to something really good yesterday. Anyway, let's talk about more CNN anchors, or another CNN anchor, and that would be Chris Cuomo. Now, Chris Cuomo did something yesterday that... Oh, it's low? Okay, good. It's fine. It'll be working. It should be okay. yesterday, Chris Cuomo did something that our friend James O'Keefe has been accused of many, many, many times. And that would be the words that anytime someone on the right or even left of Stalin makes a video about something, they say, oh, he deceptively edited the video to make it mean something that it didn't mean. And it's weird because most news video is edited, okay? And sometimes it's edited with just for artistic sake. Sometimes it's edited for time's sake. But sometimes, in this case, I think the edit on this one may be a little deceptive. And here's Ryan Saavedra on Twitter, who caught this. CNN's Chris Cuomo deceptively edited this clip to make it look like Trump said that he didn't take action on the coronavirus because he didn't want to upset people. After the CNN clip, you'll see the Trump's full remarks play, which show Trump talking about the action that he took. Chris Cuomo cut it out. Here it is.
Real. The past is over. There can be no more letting politics reinforce our worst instincts. We need to build on our best instincts. And that said, while I'm asking you all to do that, the man at the top refuses to change.
You said within a couple of days the cases will be down.
Listen to this.
Well, the cases really didn't build up for a while, but you have to understand, I'm a cheerleader for this country. I don't want to create havoc and shock and everything else. I'm not going to go out.
See it now. Wow. There's the cut. Anytime you see that, you got to figure out what was between it. I'm gonna let it continue though. Watch.
Start screaming, this could happen, this could happen.
Now, now listen to Cuomo's commentary on this. And then we're going to see what Trump really said in that press conference.
That's exactly what leadership is. Anybody can tell people what they want to hear and make it easy. And then you know what you get?
Now, notice how Chris is being super dramatic here. By the way, Chris says that he's doing this show with 102 fever. And because he has the coronavirus, I guess. And I know there's a lot of people on the internet who are skeptical of Chris, and I am too a little bit. You know, if you have COVID-19, I know one of the symptoms of it, as I really what the symptoms are a cough or a dry cough. Now, I have a dry cough right now, but that's due to a cold I've had for a while, and I'm still coming out of it. And I know that when you have something that causes a dry cough, it's very difficult to control. And yet, I've been watching Chris do 3 or 4 different segments. One was supposedly the night after he had these super night sweat, 103 temperature, blah, 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 blah. Now, first of all, 103 temperature, that's emergency room. Okay, you have 103 temperature. You should not be at home alone. You should be in an emergency room. Okay, but I digress. But Chris doesn't cough once during any of these segments. He doesn't have any shortness of breath in any of these segments. And I'm wondering, wait a minute. A couple of the main symptoms of this, besides the fever, is a dry cough and shortness of breath because it restricts your lungs, almost like a pneumonia, but not necessarily filling your lungs. Pneumonia can occur, but he gets through these segments without a single cough, and I'm trying to figure out, that's weird. You're supposedly. Well, whatever. Anyway, let me finish this.
Exactly where we are right now. That was the most asinine statement of leadership I have ever heard.
Oh, yeah. That was the most asinine he's ever heard.
On the president having 102 feet.
Oh, and he, oh, by the way, he brings it up every single day that he has it. I honestly think that Cuomo he might have a cold. He might something. I don't know if I don't know. He's supposedly isolating in his basement here. I'm thinking he's just trying to get a Pulitzer or an Emmy or something because no one's watching this show. Anyway,
because that is clear thinking from him. I'm a cheerleader, so I'm going to lie to you about the realities that your parents, your loved ones,
did he say lie? Did he say anything about lying? He said he didn't want you to be in a panic. That's a little bit different. But anyway, we'll show you the entire clip in a second here.
I'm not going to prepare the way I should because it reinforces the bullshit I'm telling you, and I'm going to hope that you're okay with it.
Is that what he said? Now here's the full clip. The full clip.
Cases really didn't build up for a while, but you have to understand, I'm a cheerleader for this country. I don't want to create havoc and shock and everything else, but ultimately, when I was saying that, I'm also closing it down. I obviously was concerned about it because I was,
even though I didn't want to create panic and shock, I was doing something. I closed down. Listen to it. Listen to what he's saying here.
Country to China, which was heavily infected. I then closed it down to Europe. That's a big move, closing it down from China and then closing it down from Europe and then ultimately closing it down to the UK. So, and it was right about that time. But I'm not going to go out and start screaming, this could happen, this could happen. So, again, as president, I think a president has to be a cheerleader for their country. But at the same time I'm cheerleading, I'm also closing down a very highly infected place, specifically the location, as you know, in China that had the problems. And we're closing it down, but we close it down to all of China, then we close it down to all of Europe. Those would be...
All right, so very different what Chris Cuomo and his show cuts out is very, very different than what the president said. And that's, you know what, you see that all the time. It's very annoying. Anyway, so can we get an FTG for Chris Cuomo? Boom, there you go. FTG Chris Cuomo. All right. What did he's lying. He's probably scared, sucking his thumb, hiding in the basement, terrified of getting the actual virus. Yeah, I don't know, but it's just, oh, hey Larry, how you doing? Yeah, it's unreal. Let's see. Oh, Jay, yeah, my wife went to emergency care 2 weeks in a row with a high temp. First time, nothing came up. The second time was positive for strep throat. I think she had it. You think she might have had the coronavirus? Yeah, the thing is, again, it affects people differently. Different people have different symptoms. Some don't show symptoms at all. Anyway, good morning, Evil One. What's up? All right, let's continue on the theme, though, of FTG, because I got plenty of them today, even though it is Wednesday. We're doing FTG Thursday a little bit early. Oh, this is good. Apparently, this is from Amy Mack. Now, Amy Mack's a divisive person on the internet, but I don't care. Sometimes she's funny, sometimes she's trollish. Sometimes she's just mean, but whatever. Alert! Angela Merkel's showing her true colors. Germany is developing an app that watches your every move, collects all your health info, watches your interactions with others, and then warns you if you're around coronavirus-infected people. Meanwhile, the borders remain open. Listen to this one. Germany's working on an app that tracks movers and users. If users test positive, everyone they had contact with would be warned. As long as it's free. Yeah, it's tracking your every movement, telling you if you're around. Oh my gosh. Do you want the government to track your every movement? And these people are saying, oh, that sounds like a good idea. It's what they did in China, is it? Oh, data protection laws are much stricter in Germany.
Auch auch ganz entscheidend, diese Information wird erstmal nur auf meinem eigenen Telefon gespeichert, nirgendwohin hochgeladen und irgendwo zentral gespeichert.
Gosh.
Erst wenn ich positiv getestet werden sollte, kann ich mich in dieser Lösung freiwillig selbst entscheiden, diese Daten zu teilen.
The app could be launched in Germany this month. Chancellor Merkel will be one of the first volunteers. Now, wait a minute. Now, okay, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Angela Merkel would be the first one to use it. Oh, yeah, some hacker could come in and track your every movement. Maybe know when you're not in your own home to rob you while you're gone. Angela Merkel is going to have it too. Oh, someone could track her down and do bad things. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just am not excited about that app. Moving on. Oops, what did I do there? Here we go. I need a producer. Let's see. I'm going to skip a couple of these. Let's see. Let's go back down a little farther. There are a couple down here. How far am I going to go here? Oh, by the way, here's Chris Cuomo again. I don't know if you saw this one on April 1st, but I'm trying to get within the week, so here we go. Chris Cuomo shares the details of his symptoms and some good news as he fights coronavirus from his basement. Here's Chris Cuomo showing that he's a warrior. Chris is a warrior, and he has Sanjay Gupta on to tell him how much of a warrior he is. Here's this one. Hang on, let's make sure that's not muted. There we go.
In COVID containment, and I'm going to share some insights that I've learned into what this virus is like in terms of fighting it. But the most important point for us to discuss tonight is that it is crazy that anything less than 100% of this country is under a stay-home order. Are we really just going to wait for one community after the other to fall the same way? Just keep repeating the same mistakes? You do not need 102 fever to get hot.
Now, what's amazing about this, it's amazing that I guess they want the new Hitler to really be like Hitler and just by decree shut down the entire country. I don't know, even in emergency powers, does the president really able to do that? Now, clearly, as we're watching this develop around the country, it's not like the people in states where they don't have the stay-at-home order seem to be having exponential growth in this virus. It's still, New York, the places where it is really bad: New York, Detroit, Louisiana, California. Although California seems to have escaped a bullet too. Washington State, which it's getting there's less cases there. They're finding less and less cases there. I here's the thing. I do think that it's possible that this is burning out anyway. And wouldn't that be something if it burns out during the month of April? When Donald Trump said it might, remember that? He said, yeah, hopefully by spring weather warms up and it'll burn out. You remember, I don't think he said burn out exactly those words, but it'd be another prediction that he got right. But anyway.
About what we learned today. Our death toll has doubled in just 3 days' time. Yes,
like it has everywhere. In the entire world. Here's the other thing. I'm not watching Chris Cuomo anymore. I'm sick of him. FTG. Y'all, this is occurring across the entire globe. And you know what? The other thing that has been bugging me, yesterday we talked about the guy from Germany who was saying, "Oh yeah, in Germany we haven't had that many cases, and we were testing early, and we did this and we did that. We were preparing in January when nobody knew about it in January. That we didn't know that it was transmittable from human to human in January. What the hell were you preparing for?" But the other part of trying to compare the United States with other countries, well, one, you're not getting reliable data from every country. But even when you compare it to, say, Germany, well, you can't compare it to Germany because the United States is nothing like Germany. And the size comparisons are different. It's just completely different. Now, if you compared, because we have 50 states, we have different places doing different things because based on the situation on the ground. But if you compare the United States and the entire European Union,
wow,
not even comparison. We have fewer cases. We may end up having fewer cases. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of people who've died in Italy, France, Spain alone. Almost 3 times as many deaths as in the United States. Those are all part of the roughly, I mean, it's very roughly, same geographical area. So what if Germany hasn't had that many cases? The country next door just had their over 10,000 dead. The country surrounding you in the European Union. Why did the European Union get prepared in January? Not just Germany. People saying, "Oh, you can't do 2.5 Germany's in Texas." Yeah, Germany's the size of Montana, geographically. But even that, I think there's 80 million people in Germany. Okay, and we have 330 million. Now, put the entire European Union together, that would be way more comparable because different countries are doing different things, different states here are doing different things. But still, now again, this week is going to be not good here, particularly in New York where they have the most cases. But how can you stop comparing us to just other countries? Let's go a little bit more apples to apples here. Because, people travel all around the European Union too. Again, what I was talking about yesterday, we have 2.5 million people from China in the United States. And again, it's not about the Chinese people. It's just about the patterns of travel. Okay. In the United States, we probably have 20 times more travel to and from China than Germany. But, and in Germany, there's only 130,000 Chinese in Germany compared to our 2.5 million. But then you take France, which it has a roughly, look at this, obviously I've been doing some research. France has roughly 600 to 700,000 Chinese people in France. So it would make sense that perhaps there is more travel to and from France from that region. Also, and France and Spain do a lot. I think they do a lot of trade between France and Spain, and Italy and all the European Union. The European Union people are starting to travel around. So, and then you take northern Italy, where there's 100,000 Chinese people in northern Italy alone, just in the northern part where they're having all the problems. So there's probably a lot of travel between, and in fact, there's direct flights between Wuhan and northern Italy, right? So during that time between November 17th, when they think the first case in China was, and the end of January, when we're finally saying, oh, there's a health emergency, and the United States is the first country to restrict travel. Other countries started following suit, but there's millions of people traveling back and forth through this region, and once they get here, you don't know if they have it or not, so they might be traveling within the United States or within the European Union, and now it's all over the world. Now, who stopped it effectively? Who stopped it? Taiwan's having a resurgence, or not Taiwan. South Korea's having a mild resurgence of cases too. Anyway, FTG, Chris Cuomo, FTG. Let's see what else I got here. There's now this one is great. This one's great. So you might notice that the news networks seem to be doing a little, what's the word? What's that word? I would say propaganda for the Chinese government. And so this article in CNN from April 3rd, that's on Twitter. We read so much about what's happening in Wuhan on WeChat, said one Chinese American woman who's been making masks. We knew how serious the outbreak was and started being careful much earlier than other Americans. The name of the article, Chinese Americans on the forefront of advocating wearing masks in public. Now, I'm fine. I don't think, I don't think you should be rude to Chinese people. In fact, we've been doing more Chinese takeout with our friend up the street just because we know that his business has slowed and he's become a friend of ours just from going into his restaurant all the time. Chinese Americans on the forefront of wearing masks in public, like many Americans across the country. Wen Zhongzhu has been frantically making face masks for 2 weeks using ripped bed sheets and a sewing machine that she dusted off from the closet of her Boston area house. But the homemaker in Medfield, Massachusetts is more than just a mask maker. She has become a mask advocate long before Donald Trump's Corona Task Force. Yes, she's better than Donald Trump. Of course she is, CNN. Recommending that Americans begin wearing face coverings in public. A Beijing native who has lived in the U.S. since 1985, Zhu said many Chinese Americans like her realized early on the importance of wearing masks in stopping the spread of the deadly virus. What? Okay. Realized early on. Oh, thanks to a steady stream of news reports and expert opinions from China, the original epicenter of the global pandemic. Well, where were they when this was breaking out then? Why weren't they telling the world about it? How did these people knew? Some people knew, but they didn't tell the World Health Organization. They didn't take the offer of help from the CDC and other agencies around the world. But there was a steady stream of news reports. When was this steady stream of news reports? I know I began hearing about it in January when I started hearing Styx talk about it. I didn't hear Medicare talking about it. And, but really? That's funny because the media was told there was no human-to-human transmission, so why would you need a mask? We all read much of what was happening in Wuhan on WeChat, she said, referring to the popular social media platform that has become a major information source for the Chinese diaspora. I don't know how to say that word. I've always said diaspora, but I suppose it's diaspora. Anyway, we knew how serious the outbreak was and started being careful much earlier than other Americans. Why? If you heard it was happening over there, what made you think of starting to wear a mask and do it over here? Because the Chinese government didn't say anything. Well, I wish someone would have spoke up. Xu and other members of a local WeChat group sewed more than 1,300 masks within a week, delivering them to several local hospitals. But even when the medical institutions advised them not to send any more handmade masks, Xu didn't stop, lifting her focus to the general public. Trying to convince most Americans about the usefulness of wearing masks hasn't been easy, though due to long-held cultural beliefs, Xu said that even her adult children born and raised in the U.S. have been resistant to the idea. To me, wearing a mask feels natural, she said, but they think it's weird. They think I'm overreacting. Well, you know what? And part of the reason, at least why it may not be as important for someone who doesn't have this coronavirus, whatever. Really, the mask, unless you're a health professional dealing with people face to face all the time who you know have it, it's more of a protection for you not to give it to somebody else. That's probably the more important reason to wear a mask. But anyway, Jew remains undaunted. Anyway, but here's my point. This is a fluff piece, basically telling the Chinese Americans knew, but how did Trump not know? Of course, this article is what, from April 4th? When did she start making these masks is what I'm curious. She says early on. Define early on. Like, you mean in February when people in Wuhan were starting to get locked into their places of residence? Anyway, FTG CNN. No. I don't even see this as her being arrogant, Gun Fox. I'm just saying that there's information that somehow she knew that other people didn't. You know, it's some cultural differences. But what pisses me off, this is an article from April 4th. I want to know when she started making masks because she was hearing what was going on in Wuhan. Because the rest of us didn't start hearing what was going on in Wuhan until February. Other than there was a disease that they knew about that they found in a few other countries in January. But that supposedly didn't have human-to-human transmission. So why do you need a mask in January? Oh, some people knew. But they didn't tell the World Health Organization. They didn't tell the New York Times, who published an article on January 23rd telling you that there was no human-to-human transmission. These fucking assholes. FTG CNN. That's a propaganda piece. Sorry. Let's see. Oh. I'm not going to go. I don't care about her. Let's see. Even after the... Okay, hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Here's interesting. This is... what are they replying to here? Hang on a second. Oh, good old pencil neck. This is from April 4th. They should stop making excuses, Adam Schiff says, claims that impeachment distracted from coronavirus is acknowledgement that the Trump administration screwed up. Well, first of all, that was not a claim by the Trump administration. Someone had said something to that effect that, you know, while you guys were doing impeachment, you know, Trump was dealing with this. And in fact, it certainly couldn't have been a distraction if they put a committee together right in the middle of impeachment on January 27th. And they started doing travel restrictions right in the middle of the Senate trial. And then mentioned it in the State of the Union. Right? But anyway, so FTG Adam Schiff. But then this guy says, Adam Schiff. We remember, and as a little timeline, January 31st, the Trump administration declared the coronavirus a public health emergency, announced Chinese travel restrictions, suspended entry into the United States for foreign nationals who pose a risk of transmitting the coronavirus. January 31st, the Department of Homeland Security took critical steps to funnel off flights from China into just 7 domestic U.S. airports. February 3rd, the CDC had a team ready to travel to China to obtain critical information on the novel coronavirus, but were in the U.S. awaiting permission to enter by the Chinese government. That was the second time they offered. The first time was February 6th. The CDC had a team ready to travel to China. Now, they did let a team from the World Health Organization travel to China a little bit later in January. And there were 2 Americans on that team. But again, China did not want outside help from this. They thought, well, I don't know what they thought. They didn't want any help. February 4th, President Trump vowed in his State of the Union address to take all necessary steps to protect Americans from the coronavirus. February 6th, the CDC began shipping CDC-developed test kits for the 2019 novel coronavirus to the United States and international labs. They did get their first test kits out on February 6th. February 6th, the CDC began shipping CDC-developed test kits for the... Oh, that's the same one. February 9th, the White House Coronavirus Task Force briefed governors from across the nation and the National Governors Association's meeting in Washington. February 11th, the Department of Health and Human Services expanded a partnership with Janssen Research and Development to expedite the development of a coronavirus vaccine. February 12th, the U.S. shipped test kits for the 2019 novel coronavirus to approximately 30 countries who lacked the necessary reagents and other materials. February 12th, the CDC was prepared to travel to China again, but had yet to receive permission from the Chinese government. February 14th, the CDC began working with 5 labs to conduct community-based influenza surveillance to conduct and detect the spread of coronavirus. And here's what the Democrats were doing. Nancy was handing out pens to the cronies. And there she is ripping up the speech where he was talking about coronavirus, amongst many other things. Hey, Geograph. Hello, Kevin Stillwell. Good morning. Attack Alpaca, Midnight in Exile. And I think that's everyone that's in there, okay? All right. FTG, Adam Schiff. That's kind of a given, though, isn't it? Is that just too easy? Is that just too damn easy? I don't know. FTG, Adam Schiff. Let's see. What else do I got here? By the way, if you're getting here late, yes, we're doing FTG Thursday on Wednesday because my days are running together and I thought it was Thursday. But we'll just do something else tomorrow. I don't know. Because I have a bunch of them and I have to get them out. All right. Let's see here. So the website Zero Hedge was kicked off of Twitter. Did you know that? Are you familiar with any of you familiar with Zero Hedge? So Zero Hedge is a financial market website. They got knocked off of Twitter because of a story they did on coronavirus. And here it is. Twitter Inc. has banned financial market website Zero Hedge from social media platform after it published an article linking Chinese scientists to the outbreak of this fast-spreading coronavirus last week. Link in the timeline tweet. What? You forgot me. Oh, Richo, I'm sorry. Hi, man. What's up? Link in the timeline. I'm not sure what link we're talking about here. Okay, Zero Hedge said it received notification from Twitter on Friday accusing it of violating the social media company's rules against abuse and harassment. What kind of abuse did they do? Well, here it is. The move against the website came as the coronavirus has stoked a wave of anti-China sentiment around the globe. Hoaxes have spread widely online, promoted by conspiracy theorists. And exacerbated by a dearth of information from the cordoned-off zone around China's central city of Wuhan, where the outbreak began. Twitter confirmed to Reuters on Sunday Zero Hedge's account on its platform had been permanently suspended for violating platform manipulation policy. The account had 670,000 followers as of the suspension. A fresh Twitter account set up the last 2 days with the same profile picture as the banned account and a link to the Zero Hedge website already has more than 11,000 followers. Zero Hedge said that the new account was not operated by them and they have no idea who is operating it. The website, which covers mostly finance and economic-related news, posts articles under the pseudonym Tyler Durden, a fictional character played by Brad Pitt in the movie The Fight Club. Social media companies, including Twitter and Facebook, have pledged to take down accounts that spread information about the virus. Did they take down CNN yet? Just curious. Let's see. Okay, so they think it was initially... The suspension was triggered by an article it published on Friday about the makeup of the coronavirus, but it suggested later learned Twitter had received a complaint from online news website BuzzFeed. It received a complaint from online news website BuzzFeed over a separate article. Way to go, BuzzFeed! Way to go! All right. BuzzFeed said Zero Hedge had released the personal information of a scientist from Wuhan in an article that made allegations about coronavirus having been concocted as a bioweapon. The article was titled, "Is This the Man Behind the Global Coronavirus Pandemic?" BuzzFeed did not immediately respond to a request for comment. All right. We got a couple FTGs in this article. One, FTG to Twitter. For their censorious ways and their Chinese propaganda. And let's do a FTG for BuzzFeed. I can't believe that. Here's a problem. Here's the biggest problem I have with this article, though. And it really, really pisses me off. Okay? It really pisses me off. This is the worst part of the article. Okay? They describe BuzzFeed as an online news website.
You're a lying dog face pony show.
Oh my gosh. You know, that's unbelievable. All right, what else we got? What else? I got so many of these. I want to find the Amy Siskin one, and I can't find it. Media Man. Oh, here's a flashback from the Daily Caller. This is a good one. Flashback, Media Matters. Everyone knows, y'all know what Media Matters is. They're, you know what they do. Hey, Great Thunder Mighty, how you doing? Media Matters accused Fox News host Kilmeade Sandra Smith of fear-mongering about the coronavirus in January. This is a Daily Caller article. This is hilarious. Remember when Media Matters accused Fox News host Brian Kilmeade and Sandra Smith of fear-mongering about the coronavirus in January? Media Matters for America accused Fox... Okay, we did that again. Here's the quote from Media Matters. Fox News fear-mongers about coronavirus with dubiously sourced viral video. The activist group wrote in an article published January 27th. Media Matters for America also specifically called out host Brian Kilmeade and Sandra Smith for raising concern about the virus. I used to do that all the time. On straight news program American Newsrooms, co-anchor Sandra Smith used the unverified video as an example of growing concern of whether enough is being done to contain the virus. The left-wing activist group added, media outlets have since wondered whether earlier steps could have been contained the virus. Oh, that's a change. A study from the University of Southampton indicated that the world could have avoided a global pandemic if China had sounded the alarm just 3 weeks earlier. Like in the December 6th when they really had a human-to-human transmission. We'll talk about that on tomorrow. Despite the despite the unreliability of the source that Fox News ran with to fearmonger, that didn't work. To fearmonger, hang on, I'm having a little technical difficulty here. To fearmonger, what the fuck? What the hell? That shit's not working. Anyway, watch, it's gonna pop up in the middle of another sentence. Anyway, about the outbreak in China, Fox News Corp owned sister outlet, the New York Post, also posted a credulous article about the sensationalist video, not mentioning the credibility issues with it. Media Matters for America wrote in January. So it's funny. Here's what you got to do. If Fox News says something, then they have to say it's wrong. And then when it turns out to be right later, then you can blame them for not helping the president get something done about it earlier. FTG, Media Matters. Fucking assholes. All right. Let me see if my other stuff's working here. I'm just going to try the bell. Okay, the bell works. But that doesn't. What the hell's going on here? I am very disappointed. What the hell's going on with my sound effects board? Not that it's so important, but you know what? It's just part of. Here, let's see what plays here. Let's try this. That worked. Holy shit. Anyway, all right, moving on. Shut up, alarm. Okay, I've got more. So it is definitely FTG, even though it's not Thursday. It is definitely FTG. All right, where'd I go here? Back in the bookmarks. Where's this Amy? Where's the one I really wanted to do here? Oh yeah, this one too. So Brian Lehrer, I'm not sure, asking the New York mayor, didn't we know weeks and months ago that asymptomatic people can spread the disease? Mayor says no, said his administration was told that was not the case. This is a, quote, new approach based on new data. Now, it depends on when he said that. Okay, because this tweet is from April 3rd. I don't know when this interview was. And there was a point where we didn't know that asymptomatic people can spread the disease. However, in the New York Times, this was, now there's no date on that. What's the date on this one? Oh, February 26th, updated March 20th. Okay. Here, let's make it on the screen. In Anyang, China, 5 members of a family came down with coronavirus after hosting a guest from Wuhan in early January. But the visitor, 20-year-old woman, never got sick herself. Some individuals who are infected with the coronavirus can spread it even though they have no symptoms, studies have shown. Asymptomatic carriers are a well-known phenomenon, but the coronavirus is a new pathogen, and these cases may complicate scientific efforts to detect cases and curb transmission. That's part of the reason it's so hard to do what you want to do about this, and that's why they're doing the social distancing thing. But they didn't know that in the beginning. They figured that out in February because they're finally getting some information from the Chinese on this. Because again, this is in early January, but they didn't tell anybody. So even then, they had the information. They didn't share it. So I'm not even going to give an FTG to the New York mayor. He said the administration was told that was not the case. This is a new approach based on data. Now, this is April 3rd. I'm not going to blame the mayor. I'm not going to blame any governors, even though the only thing here's what I'm mad at the mayors and people besides all the ones bitching about Donald Trump, who were saying the same damn things during all the same damn times, during the time which we knew what we knew and we didn't know what we didn't know. None of this you should have known 3 months ago bullshit. Yeah, everyone knew what they knew, and they've made changes as they got new information. I don't have a problem with that, but all these people are trying to pin it on one official here, one official there, blame it on this governor, blame it on this president, when the only blame for this should be to the Chinese government. There's a lot of factors in this. That's why, yeah, the travel ban probably was a good idea. He still hasn't shut down the subway. I know, that one I still don't understand. I understand the need for being able to travel in New York City, and we had an interesting conversation between was it UMC and who's the guy that follows me? I don't use a different name on Twitter, Techno something, and it's a good conversation, and it's one thing I appreciate the people who follow me on Twitter or that we have these conversations. It was a civil conversation, but why are the subways still open? There is no social distancing when you're in a sardine can. Okay, it's almost impossible, and but people got to work too. So there's a balance, like they said, like the president says all the time. Can the cure be? What does he say? The cure be worse than the? I say I'm going all Joe Biden. I'm gonna be like, the cure can't be worse than the solution, and because the cure will be the cure of the solution. I don't know. Hello, Smarty Bear. How are you? So anyway, let's see. Let's find a couple more. Here's the tweet of the week, though, and this is one of those that just I'm hearing it over and over and over again from people who hate Donald Trump, and this is one of those stupid things I keep hearing. And this is Amy Siskin, everyone's favorite, whatever the hell she is. Donald Trump said, I'll be holding a news conference at 3:30 p.m. at the White House. This is on my birthday. Saturday, excuse me. Amy Siskin tweets to him, 8,000 Americans are dead. You knew about this since December. You hid it and lied to the American people. Now you're doing nothing and letting New Yorkers die out of spite. Tiny hands covered in blood. This tweet is from April 4th. April 4th. Now, first of all, the words "you knew about this since December" is false. And what, again, and also you can't define this. What is, when you say you knew about this, well, knew about what? Okay, when we found out there was a disease, we still didn't know much about it. The more we learned about it, the more we did. You hid it and lied to the American people? No, you didn't hide it at all. The Chinese government hid it from the world at different stages. He said different things based on what was happening on the ground. Remember when he said, we've got 5 cases, we think we have it under control. Was that a lie? Or was that what he believed at the time? When we're not sure how it's transmitting, or we don't know yet that you can transmit it from asymptomatic people. Okay. Now, when they shut down the travel from China to the United States, and I said, the other day, I said it was too late for the people who already made that trip, and all the asymptomatic people who may have been on some of those flights that you'd never know that they had it. We found, a couple people, eventually we had our first case in January, and then we found a few more people that had it. And then we found a human to human transmission because a woman who traveled from Wuhan that lived in Chicago gave it to her husband. And that was our first clue, or at least our first experience of a person to person transmission. But what did he know about? What did you know? What did we supposedly know in December? We didn't know anything in December. They didn't tell the World Health Organization until December 31st. And kept a whole lot of other secrets about how many people were getting it and where it was transmitting, how it was transmitting. They didn't know. Either they didn't know or they deliberately lied. But there certainly were clues as far back as December 6th, according to the Lancet. But these people who are saying tiny hands covered in blood. Yes, let me ask you this. Okay, if it's Donald Trump's hands covered in blood here, whose hands are covered in blood in Italy? Whose hands are covered in blood in Spain? Whose hands are covered in blood in Iran? Whose hands are covered in blood in France, England, Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, Nigeria, Australia, Nicaragua, Ecuador, Sudan, and another 190 countries around the world. Sometimes I think that some of these people who are saying this think that this is only happening in 2 countries, even though they know it's happening in Italy. Oh, they know it's happening in Italy, but do they know that there's been 10,000 deaths in France? They know that we've surpassed the 11,000, probably 12,000 by now, deaths in the United States. Did they know there's over 13,000 deaths in Italy, coming up on 10,000 deaths in Spain, coming just past 10,000 deaths in France, starting becoming a problem in England, Sweden, all over the Northern Hemisphere. Now it's funny because some Chinese bot, and I literally think it's a bot because the Twitter account was made in April 2020, had 0 followers and was following 0 people. In fact, let me show you that one because that one kind of cracked me up. So, they always talk about the Russian bots. Well, I think I got my first the second Chinese bot that replied to one of my, it's Tech Force Prime. That's who I was thinking of. I think I got my first Chinese bot. And let me find it here. Who replied to me? Someone named Michael. So Michael, 0 following, 0 followers, joined April 2020. And it doesn't really tweet. It just seems to be replying. Well, I didn't check his tweets. I should check his replies. Looks like he's just replying to people. Apparently, he just started his Twitter account. He looks like a young guy. That's his picture there. Anyway, he tweets to me when I'm talking. I said, here's the deal. So this guy here is joining Anderson Cooper. This is the guy whose wife passed away, and he went on Anderson Cooper to talk about his grief and loss. He's the New York City comptroller, and he basically went on to. I feel bad for the guy. I really do. Rest in peace to his wife. Hi, Kessler, and Straight Sith Male. How you doing? But. Anyway, so someone here is, I'm very sorry for the loss of your mother. Blaming the president is uncalled for. If anyone is to blame, it would be the governor's mismanagement of our state. I wish you peace. No. Yes, there is, even with the ventilator problems between the states, between the government, the federal government, whatever, even though they never ran out of ventilators in New York, it's not the governor's fault either. Okay? No, and I said, no, that's wrong. Do not blame your governor. Do not blame the president. There is one reason this is happening in 203 countries around the world. Only one reason. The country of origin that shall not be named hid what was happening until it was too late to control it. And I get this. He says he's Chinese, and it's a bot. 0 followers, following 0, brand new account. Tweets to me out of the blue. Never. LOL. I'm Chinese, and I've been studying Canada for the past year. China probably hid it. Maybe the death toll is, I don't know, fake. But how can you say it was too late? LOL. China locked down the city back in February. It's now April over here in Canada, and we knew about it 2 months ago. Oh, in February you knew about it. Isn't that grand, bot? But bot continues, and somehow doesn't know how this works, says, I'm not arguing the fact that America is a better country. It is more developed, but people in the West just think it's not a big deal. I got friends who still think they don't need to wear masks, yet in Japan and Korea there are less deaths. We simply talking about this. Now, first of all, oops, wrong one. This is one.
China is asshole.
All right, bot. What did you say? I've been studying China probably did hit it, but they locked the city down back in February. Hey, Chinese bot named Michael with the weird name on here and Standus, and I don't know. Oh wait, the name changed even. Zaker. He changed the name up here. It said Michael before. He changed his name. He put it as Michael. Anyway, Zaker won here. I hate to break this to you, fake Chinese bot. How can you say it was too late? How about it's too late to tell the world about it December 31st when you knew about it mid-November? You don't think that's... Apparently, Chinese bot here doesn't know when this all began. FTG to... I don't know. Just FTG. FTG to the Chinese bot. Holy shit. I know I'm supposed to be doing Twitter trends, but I'm going to do one more of these FTGs, and then we're going to move on. I'll read that story tomorrow. Yeah, France, their death toll passes 10,000 after deep rise at nursing homes. Okay. Oh, here's the last one that I'm going to do, and this was grand. Listen to the name of this article, or this tweet. It says the tweet, but it's the name of the article. Now, listen to this. This is gonna piss you off. U.S. reports 1,264 coronavirus deaths in over 24 hours. This is NBC News, by the way, and I'm going to not put it on the screen until I read this line. Meanwhile, in China, where the pandemic broke out, not a single new coronavirus death was reported.
China is asshole.
I'm going to read... U.S. reports 1,264 coronavirus deaths in over 24 hours. Meanwhile, in China, where the pandemic broke out, not a single new coronavirus death was reported. NBC News. NBC News. NBC News. Is this the propaganda arm of the Chinese government? Does NBC stand for National Broadcasting of China? China's not giving you the numbers. They're not even reporting their deaths anymore. They're not even reporting their new cases anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? Hello, Jaeger Pony. Are you kidding me?
China is asshole.
NBC News. Now, some of the replies to this. Here's Ted Cruz. Under the Foreign Agents Registration Act, 22 USC 611, at sequent, whatever. I'm pretty sure NBC is now legally obligated to close every broadcast and append every tweet, quote, this message paid for by the Communist Party of China. Ted Cruz. God, that was beautiful. Thank you, Ted Cruz. That was awesome. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Now, let's see. Alex, how long will the coronavirus last? Alexa, Alexa, how long will the coronavirus last?
Alexa, how long will the coronavirus last?
The virus itself may last only 2 more weeks or so, but the faction known as the Democrat Party will continue to make it last psychologically for at least 6 more months. Their motivation is to thoroughly ruin the economy and blame our great President Trump for it. They are trying to stop his inevitable re-election by any surreptitious means possible. It is well known that people who do not suffer from TDS are too smart for this hoax and will not allow it to go beyond 4 more weeks. The lazy Americans with TDS will continue to milk the government for more money and time off from work, confusing it with being their sugar daddy. We can agree that not longer than 4 to 6 weeks and America will be back online.
All right, so that's pretty funny. Can we get an FTG for Oops.
How long will the coronavirus
Can we get an
last?
FTG for NBC News? Yes. NB China News. NB China. There we go. All right, let's do a quick, just do a quick glimpse at the Twitter trends and make our way out of here. On the header, coronavirus, half of all confirmed cases worldwide are now in Europe. Oh, you mean like the European Union? You mean like all the preparation the European Union did for this? Spain. Okay, here we go. The total number of cases has surpassed 1.4 million. I'm going to guess it's 5 times that. I just, between places that people don't know they have it, okay, between the misreporting in China, which I would be shocked if there was 2 million in China alone, okay? It has to be. Anyway, total global cases, 1.4 million, including more than 80,000 fatalities. Over 300,000 patients are reported to have recovered. That's a pretty strong recovery rate, at least I think it is. It's hard to tell because we don't know how many even had it. I'm sure more have recovered than that. Anyway, get the latest updates around the world. Trump calls WHO China-centric and vows to withhold U.S. funds. Oops. Yeah. Spain announces mass testing campaign because they've had over 10,000 deaths now. Brazil reports the largest daily increase in cases. UK Prime Minister stable after second night in intensive care. Good for Boris Johnson. Ethiopia now declares a state of emergency. China eases lockdown restrictions. Oh, great. Worldwide, there have been over 1.4 million. There have been 985,000 recoveries. I didn't botch saying that, and 83,000 some deaths. Now you look at this chart. Spain, 14,000 deaths. United States are now almost at 13,000. Italy, 17,000 deaths. France, just over 10,000 now. Germany only has 216. I'm gonna save that because I'm gonna make a video for my German friend. I'm gonna do my little rant for the German guy and make it a video because it's great that Germany has somehow dodged the bullet so far in this. And he attributes it to testing. I'm attributing it to where people travel the most and where people from China have traveled the most. I have a hunch that has something to do with it. Just saying. Let's see. Anything new on this? Okay. Let's go. Okay. Oh, this is these are all the cases in Spain. It's not good. It's just not good. Italy, new cases are now half their peak. That's good. Deaths continue to decline. That's very good news. Good for them. EU finance minister spent 16 hours wrangling over a multi-pronged rescue package for members struggling with coronavirus debt, yet still not quite there. Here, Germany wants to show unity with fellow EU superpower France, but devil is always in the details. Italy, yeah. Yeah, the devil's always in the details when it's something between Germany and France. Oh, let's see what this says. This is in German, so let's get the translate out. It is difficult in this difficult hour. You have to Europa stand close together with Bruno Le Maire. I therefore call on all Euro countries not to refuse to solve these difficult financial questions and to enable a good compromise for all citizens. Corona. Fantastic. The EU, again, if you compare the United States to the entire EU, let's go back and look at these numbers again. Just in Spain, Italy, France, and Germany alone, there's 14, there's 31,000, there's 42,000, 44,000 deaths in just those 4 countries in the EU. Now, that's more comparable to what's happening in the United States as far as apples to apples than just the United States versus Germany, the United States versus France, or whatever. You can't. It's hard to compare country to countries, but if you compare the United States to the EU, that's a little bit more fair comparison. And granted, nobody's done with this yet. And it's not a race either. We want people to live. We don't want people to be hurt. But anyway, All right, let's get out of that and check out the trends. We'll only do some of the top ones here because I'm way behind. Snapchat down. Oh no! Oh no! Hang on a second. Oh no! Oh, by the way, Snapchat is down. Terrible. By the way, okay, Patrick retweeted Maddie. And he thought it was funny too that I forgot what day it was. I changed it to Wednesday in the description though. All right, let's go back into trends. Snapchat is down. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't use Snapchat, but my kids do, and my wife does to keep track of my kids. The virus is one thing, but now Snapchat is down. I hate it here. Listen.
I'm not kidding. You better fucking have to be a joke. I cannot believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself, and I'm not kidding. You better fucking fix this shit right now. I'm literally gonna die. I need an ambulance. I can't believe.
I know. So Snapchat's down. Okay, that's enough. I don't care. Wednesday wisdom. Let's do a wisdom. We'll do one. Let's find one good Wednesday wisdom. Here we go. If you're not using this time, if you're not using this time to rest, reset, and prioritize your purpose and the people in your life, you, my friend, are wasting an opportunity you may never get again. The world literally stopped and shifted for you to get your shit together. If this is torture for you, find out why. All right, that's good. All right, let's go. That's a good Wednesday wisdom, and I'm going to leave it like that. All right, moving on. Falcons are trending. What? It says XFL, but the Atlanta Falcons are trending. Why is that? Yo, the Falcons' new unis. Oh, okay. The Falcons have new uniforms, and there it is. The Atlanta Falcons. All right, whatever. They're more XFL type uniforms. Moving on. Wednesday thoughts will skip. Middle grade magic. What? What is middle grade magic, and why is it trending? Oh, it has to do with the game. In Ghost Squad, inspired by Dominican folklore, fireflies represent the souls of lost loved ones. In Zoe Washington, a girl tackles the broken criminal justice system. Add to your TBR. Okay, these are books. I'm assuming, I suppose, is it Diverse Book Day or something like that? Middle grade magic. I don't know what that means, but okay, cool. All right. I like kids' books like that, actually. If they can find things that are of different interest from different cultures, that's good. Happy Passover is trending. It is Passover in the Jewish faith. With the holidays upon us, we celebrate yet reflect. We're in pain, but our strength and faith doesn't waver. We're in this together to save lives. We must remain physically apart, knowing deeply our connection to each other, and our spirit remains unbreakable. Happy Passover and holidays. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to just leave it at that because we're trying to go through this quick today. Dennis Quaid is... when Dennis Quaid is trending. Why? If Dennis Quaid said Trump was doing a crappy job, he'd be the left's hero this morning. But since he said Trump is doing a good job, they want him to shut up. Predictable bastards. Okay, so apparently Dennis Quaid's something good about Trump, and some people are happy. Damn, I used to like Dennis Quaid, but now he's canceled. Oh, there you go. What did Dennis Quaid say today? Sees why Dennis Quaid is trending. Done. All right, here it is. It will feature the actor chopping it up with his noteworthy pals. Guests include... What? This is the Daily... Now, this is the Daily Beast version of it, so just take it with a grain of salt. Dennis Quaid believes Trump is doing a good job of handling coronavirus. Skip that. Is it as dire as we see on television? Asked Dennis Quaid, the veteran all-American actor who starred in everything from The Right Stuff and The Parent Trap to Any Given Sunday, is phoning me from Hollywood Hills, where he's holed up with his fiancée Laura Savoy. He's curious about the situation in New York City, where I am, which has become the epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic, with at least 74,601 cases and 544 deaths as of Tuesday morning, back in 2000. Okay, what did he say? All I want to know is what he said. Well, anyway, people are pissed off that he said something nice about President Trump, so canceled. I want to be shocked and saddened by Dennis Quaid, but his brother is Randy, so it's very on brand for the DNA. I don't really care what Dennis Quaid has to say, but I love the blatant hypocrites of the MAGA set who, if any actor criticizes their dear leader, shout about how actors should stick to acting and not talk about politics. Weird how they aren't saying it about Dennis Quaid, right? Well, I personally am just finding out about it. And I don't particularly, Dennis Quaid, if they've given me Dennis Quaid opinion, my next question is, well, how about, what does Justin Bieber think? Fine, Dennis Quaid can have his opinions. I don't care. All right, there you go. All right, enough about Dennis Quaid. He's getting ripped to shreds. The Falcons, uniforms. Howard Stern is trending. What did he say? I bet he said something. He probably said, oh no, Tom Brady on Howard Stern. Her name's not Khaleesi, that's just her title, and she always sucked as a leader. She just happens to have a couple dragons. Oh, Tom Brady to Howard Stern. I never cared about legacy. So Howard Stern and Tom Brady, okay, if Howard Stern and Tom Brady wanted to talk till the end of this quarantine, that's fine by me. So did Howard Stern interview Tom Brady for Sports Illustrated? Let's take a look. And it's taking a while. Nope, that's me. How'd that happen? That's not what I was trying to do. What the hell? I'm clicking this. Here we go. Tom Brady opened up about the final year with the Patriots in a tell-all interview with Howard Stern. You know what? I would love to see that interview, and it's available at Sports Illustrated. So if you're interested, I'll put the link in the chat. I'm going to check that out later. I think that would be interesting. All people to interview Tom Brady, Howard Stern. Go figure. All right, we'll check that out later. Moving on. That's why they're both probably trending. Let's get back into... All right, Howard Stern, happy hump day. Do not... If you're on Twitter today, click anything that says hump day as a trend at your own risk. I'm telling you right now, you get a lot of dudes' asses and balls. I'm sorry, just telling you the truth. MLB trending light blue, whatever that means. What's blue and doesn't weigh much? Light blue. That sounds like a cryptic joke. Okay. Only last week, Wallpaper Wednesday went so well. We're doing it again. Oh, I see. Okay, so people are talking about the Tampa Bay. What are they? Tampa Bay something Rays. Yeah, whatever. We're moving on. Only 55%. Huh. This could be good. It's probably something Trump tweeted, I'm guessing. Poll majority of Americans now say, well, there we go. The news media has been successful. Bernie Sanders suspended his campaign. Oh my God. Bye, Bernie. Bye. We'll get to that tomorrow. So CNN poll, majority of Americans now say the federal government has done a poor job of preventing coronavirus spread. You know what? I don't care if they poll whether they think they did a good job of preventing the coronavirus spread or a poor job. I just don't care. It's going to spread no matter what they do. And the federal government, I don't want them to be putting in any kind of martial law or any shit like that, okay? The federal government doesn't prevent coronavirus spread. Americans prevent coronavirus spread. Okay, that's it. A majority of Americans, 55% now say the federal government has done a poor job of preventing the spread of coronavirus in the United States, up 8 points in about a week, according to a new CNN poll conducted by SSRS, as the nationwide death toll from the virus rose above 12,000. 80% feel the worst of the outbreak is yet to come. Most, 55%, feel President Donald Trump could be doing more to fight the outbreak. Really? Like what? And I want someone to be specific. Oh, do they want him to be the Hitler they've always called him? And just, I'm just saying, it's just, I don't know how. And even when, I don't, this is a poll of people who are not informed. Trump could be doing more to fight the outbreak. 37% say they have grown more concerned about coronavirus in the last few days. Well, you're late to the party. Far outpacing the 5% who say their fears have eased recently. About 1 in 5, 22%, say they personally know someone who's been diagnosed with the virus, a figure double the share who said that in a Washington Post ABC poll conducted just 2 weeks ago. Just under half, 46%, say it is at least somewhat likely that they or someone in their family will contract the coronavirus, and there's deep disparities by socioeconomic status and partisanship in America's level of confidence that they will be able to get treatment should they become ill with the virus. A majority, 52%, say they disapprove of the way Trump is handling the coronavirus outbreak. 45% approve. Both figures have risen since early March when 41 approved and 48 disapproved. And for 11% weren't sure how they felt about the president's handling of the viral outbreak. I want everyone to look around the world and compare. That's all I got to say. So that's that 55. Oh, so only 55% is trending because of that. Mean Machine is trending probably because those Falcon uniforms kind of look like Mean Machine. And that's why. Good. Some people say, oh, but someone in there said they look like trash. Eddie Haskell is trending. Didn't have to Google Eddie Haskell old. Not just I watched Bieber in the first run old. That's me. I didn't have to. What happened? Eddie Haskell aged better. Donald Trump is the worst liar since Eddie Haskell. I can't. Oh, that's Joe. Oh, that's. So Joe Scarborough at MSNBC or MSDNC said Donald Trump is the worst liar since Eddie Haskell. Willie Guy says, I can't believe you're defaming Eddie Haskell. Whatever. Fragorot, Eddie Haskell trending. Is quarantine making people think about their childhoods or something? Should we try Get Smart? Get Smart trending. Start talking and ooby dooby. From Captain Caveman. If you remember Captain Caveman. All right, moving on. Dino Thunder, I don't know. That's something. Okay, I'm skipping. Hank Aaron's trending. Uh-oh. That's the last. We're going to finish with Hank Aaron. On this date, April 8th, 1974. And this is your all-time home run leaderboard. Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron, both 714. And there's about to be a new king. This is the... Hang on. No, I'm not doing that like that. Hell no. We're going to see this in its full glory. When Hank Aaron finally broke Babe Ruth's home run record. April 8th, 1974. Start that bad boy over. Here it is.
Once again, a standing ovation for Henry Aaron.
And if you know in the chat who he hit the home run off of, put it in the chat.
In the second inning. He means the tying run at the plate now. So we'll see what Downing does. Al at the belt delivers, and he's low. Ball one.
Yeah, you probably could cheat and look right there.
The crowd booing. Downing has to ignore the sound effect.
Oh, President Pinochet, I did not see you come in the door. Good morning. And also, hello, check your logic.
1 ball and no strikes. Aaron waiting. The outfield deep and straight away.
There it is.
A high drive in the deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone.
And then some dudes ran out onto the field. I'd have decked those guys. I'm like, how the hell they get there? And that was back in the day when you didn't have the steroid-induced home runs. kind of clogging up the world.
What a marvelous moment.
Hank Aaron was just an amazing person. I got to actually, on my list of famous people, if anyone saw that on Twitter, I put Hank Aaron on there. I didn't get to meet him, but I was within 5 feet of him. There were just too many people around him to say to meet Hank Aaron. But anyway, all right. On that note, that's a good note to finish on. So on this day in 1974, Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Bernie Sanders has left the race. Let's see if that shows up in the trending now. It hasn't shown up yet, but let's start over. And okay, it's already up to 6 and 5 and 6. Damn, Bernie is trending. Okay, I got a couple minutes here. Here it is. Damn, Bernie. Damn, Bernie is out of the race. Now we got to choose between a racist orange and a senile motherfucker. Racist orange. I don't know. There, Elijah's prologue. Damn, Bernie. Now I have to vote for Joe Biden. I never thought this issue would be re-released. Wow, Bernie dropout. Damn, Bernie, the amazing Bernie Sanders. Oh, is this? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Damn, Bernie wasn't perfect, but he was so much fucking better than Biden. Biden is terrible. The Democratic Party is disgusting. I'm not voting for a rapist. Dark time. I want to see what Shoe on Head has to say, because she's been standing Bernie for about 6 months now on her second channel, and I'm waiting to hear her rant. Damn, Bernie suspended his campaign. I got to vote for one of 2 sex offenders now. Well, I got to tell you, when it comes to those stories, Donald Trump just made a tasteless joke. But apparently Bernie Sanders really did grab the... Never mind, I'm not going to say it out loud. You can write in the chat if you want. God fucking damn Bernie, how could you? Damn Bernie, I waited in a 2-hour line for you. You were the only hope most of us on the ground had. I'm not even sure I'll vote again. To be honest, the next 4 years will look exactly the same, no matter who wins. The Bernie people are really bummed. Here it is, breaking NBC News. Bernie Sanders is suspending his 2020 presidential campaign. Bernie Sanders drops out of the presidential race. The reason they suspend their campaigns is because if they have debt, they can still raise funds to raise debt. Once they actually drop out officially, they can no longer raise money. That's why they always do that. Her Brainlet channel is good, Tales of Gore. I do enjoy it. I still like Shoe. She is on Suicide Watch. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's terrible. But some people are. Oh yeah, people are not happy about that. Let's check the other trending one that says Bernie. Thank you, Bernie. I'm sure Joe Biden might be at the top of this one. Bernie Sanders started the political revolution. It's on us to continue it. Thank you, Bernie. That's from the Democratic Socialists of America. Mike Broller says Bernie Sanders and his movement ignited a political revolution that will have lasting impacts on our country for decades to come. Bernie should be proud, and all of us running for office should seek to replicate his consistency, compassion, and courage. Good, but I would no, we do not want Bernie. Whether you supported Bernie Sanders or not, no one can deny that he fought for a more equitable America. His progressive vision for the country is still needed now more than ever. The problem is if you try to go for equity rather than equality of opportunity, things go south fast. Equity is communism. Sorry, I hate to say it. It is. You can't make people equal because people aren't equal. People have different skill sets, different desires, different needs, different abilities, different everything. So there's no way to make everyone the same. You just can't do it. But if you allow people to flourish with the tools and abilities and facilities they have, and you make it so that everyone has a chance to raise their lot in life, then you have a better world. Now, my finishing thought, which I just popped in my head hearing this, whatever, nonsense. I hate the equity thing. There's no such thing as equity. Okay, there just isn't. I was thinking about this earlier today about someone was talking about the wealth gap, or the wealth gap between the very rich and the rest of us. Okay, wealth inequality. Okay, look, I don't give a rat's ass about wealth inequality. Okay, I don't care if the top 1% has more than 400 times than the bottom half. I don't care, because I'm not here. I don't care if someone else has something, because as long as the other rest of us can live our lives in a decent way, then wealth inequality doesn't matter, as long as everyone has a chance to rise to a level where they can help themselves. So, because think about it, that Bill Gates and his estimated $100 billion or whatever it is he has in wealth, or Amazon dude, Bezos, guess what? They have wealth inequality with the millionaires too, right? If you're a millionaire, you have wealth inequality with Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. So the actual wealth inequality doesn't mean shit. But we do need to find a way to make it so that people can do the best with what they have and live a decent life. And so we try to strive. There's no, in a society where they are going to try to make you all equal, you end up all being equally poor, except for the people in power. So, next time someone starts talking about wealth inequality, ask them how their life is. It's always funny, the people who talk about it the most all seem to have pretty decent lives. I always chuckle that there's a couple people on the internet who all of a sudden they're all into this, when they bring the guillotines out for the rich. Well, a lot of these people who talk about the guillotines probably will be in the guillotine line, and I'm not talking about the one who trips the switch. So just think about that. Anyway, on that note, I gotta go. Thank you for being here, everybody, on the Morning Night Live. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up down there. I don't know what's with my camera here. The thumbs up down here. And if you haven't already shared the stream out, please, please, please share the stream. I'm trying to grow the channel to 1,000 by the end of July. Because regardless if we do our family reunion trip, my Lady Boomer and I are going to go somewhere, and we want to be able to stream on the road using the phone mobily. So we're working on getting 1,000 subscribers over the next couple months. Also, if you, I already said, on your way out, hit the thumbs up. Share the stream. If you ever want to do donations or keep us going, you can do that through Streamlabs link, PDawgnight.live. That's where we do super chats and donations. When I hit 1,000, I think I wasn't going to monetize this channel, but I probably will do it. Make super chats. I know some people would rather do super chats because of privacy issues. But it's all good. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT for people from other parts of the world. And I'm going to be back tomorrow with something other than FTG Thursday. So you all have a fantastic day. My name is PDawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Outro. Play the outro. Bing. Hey, this is PDawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the PDawg Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comments section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawg Knight, and I'm out of here.